you?
Good. All right.
Start with Marco. Mark, go ahead.
All right,
Hey,
Mark.
Jason.
How you doing, Mark?
How are
Good
you?
afternoon. Good. How's everything?
Everything's great. To start off, I have these sometimes basketball philosophy questions.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
So I've never had the chance to ask you about this, and we were talking second chance points the other night.
Yep.
So obviously they can be things that can be backbreakers at a certain point in the game, but going after offensive rebounds also can compromise your transition defense. So with that setup, I'm just curious on your philosophy of how do you feel like you should go after that aspect of the game and how it relates to components of playing basketball?
Yeah, I think in this league, anytime you can get second chance points, it definitely helps you offensively, but also it helps you defensively. But there's also the chance that your transition defense will be picked apart because the numbers, and so that's the game you have to play within the game. And so if things aren't going well for us as they have been shooting the ball, sometimes you have to kind of run through the elbows to see if you can get a second opportunity. But with that being said, we're not making shots or getting offensive rebounds, and what's happening is our transition defense is compromised, and we're giving up a lot of points in transition. We gave up 46 points in one quarter, but they weren't all transition, but half of them were, and so we have to be careful, with that.
As you get ready for preparing for Boston tomorrow night, I'm sure you saw their game with Miami last night. What was eye-opening about that performance against obviously a very good Miami team?
Well, they had one star out. Jalen was out, and so the league is kind of crazy right now. Anybody can be beaten on any given night, but they're a team that can put a lot of points up and defensively. And so you look at Tatum, everyone's going to talk about him. But Marcus Smart and those guys, Al Horford, they're veterans. They know how to play. There's no panic over there. And they beat a very good team in Miami.
Mark asked about philosophy. I've got one as well.
Okay,
how
cool.
would you describe from when your coaching career started to now how your defensive philosophy, how it has changed, how it has evolved, both within the context of the league itself and then just you personally, the way you've coached?
Yeah, I think starting off in coaching, threes weren't at the level they are today. So you have to make that adjustment. The game has changed with the three, the attempts. The players have changed the game, so you have to adjust as a coach. So the philosophy has changed from starting of my career coaching to where it is today, for sure.
How much the defense that's being played right now, the philosophy and the principles that you're instilling in this team directly, how much did you know you wanted to play the style right when you were hired, or how much did that evolve as you assembled the coaching staff, talked to them, talked to players?
Yeah, I think we've always believed, or I've always believed, you have to play defense at some point in this league. If you want to win a championship, there's no team that has won a championship by not playing defense. You can score all the points you want, and you're going to be sent home early. And so I think when you look at this team being able to compete on the defensive end, I think it just gives us an opportunity to go forward, to move towards that goal of trying to win a championship. And so you can talk about it, but also you got to have people participate, players participate, and they're participating at a high level right now. We started with something small, and that was steals and deflections, and trying to be active defensively, and the guys have done that.
Jason, what are some of the advantages for your team when you have two ball handlers on the court at the same time and Luka and Jalen?
The stress level is down, especially for Luka. When you have two ball handlers on the floor, two playmakers, it helps the team, and it also helps Luka where he doesn't have to do it all.
Give us an update on KP.
He practiced today. He looked good, and I think hopefully he plays tomorrow.
How have you helped Porzingis throughout this early stretch with not being able to play? What kind of conversations have you had to keep him encouraged? I know he wants to play, but how do you help him as a coach continue to work through that so once he gets back on the floor, he can get back to where he wants to be?
Yeah, I think for him it's, he's dealing with, the injury, and so one, he's got to work through that. Two, playing 6 games in 9 days, I get to talk to him in passing. He's got to do his work. So as he gets back here to playing more, we'll talk. But I think just his health, right? We want him to be healthy, it's early in the season, and hopefully he plays tomorrow. But he's doing the work. And I think he's in a good place. So hopefully he's ready to go tomorrow.
Have you seen enough of your team with Porzingis, whether it's in games or practice, to evaluate how good you could become as a team?
No. He just hasn't played enough. So one thing is practice. You always look good in practice, but you have to go through the games. And so the more games that he plays with the guys, that I think we'll have a better feel.
Keeping the philosophical conversation going.
It's Friday.
KP, he's missed obviously some games. Have you noticed, or is there a difference in the way teams defend you guys, and specifically Luka, without KP on the court? Space or whatever?
Most likely, yes, because of the skill set that he brings. But right now, we're seeing a lot of red switching. And so with KP or no KP, we're seeing a lot of switching, keeping a body in front of Luka at all times. And so that's just something that we got to get better at. But with the skill set of KP, hopefully that can help us be able to give, LD more space to be able to drive and get to the basket.
Jason, I don't know if you knew this or not, but one of your former players, Deron Williams, is going to be involved in a boxing match next month.
Okay.
He's going to be boxing.
Cool.
Jake Paul undercard.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Deron's boxing?
Debo, I know his golf game, but I don't know too much of the boxing skills. So I wish him the best of luck. I don't know who he's fighting, but hopefully he can get a W.
Any advice for him? It's a tough sport.
Oh yeah, I would not have signed up.
What if I told you it was an NFL running back he's probably going to fight?
Yeah, that's it. Ooh. I wish him luck. You see a lot of former athletes boxing right now, and that's a tough sport and a hard sport. So, but I wish him nothing but success. All right.
Is
Thank
Reggie,
you.
is Reggie okay after his thing?
Yeah, Reggie's good. He practiced today. He was good. He's good. Yeah.